Hi everyone, on today's video we're going to learn how to make what I call a macrame canvas. So just stay tuned and follow along. Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lainey and I'm a macrame artist out of Pennsylvania. So on today's video we are going to do, we're going to revamp an older video that I did. I feel like when I first started this, maybe a couple videos ago. We're going to learn how to make a macrame canvas. So this is what it's going to look like. I call it a canvas because it's a basically like a blank slate. You know, you can add anything you want to it. I've added things like this. You know, if you just have a little pendant or a little little showpiece you want to put in the middle, stuff like that, you can use this and make it your own. And I did make this video a while ago, but I didn't like it, and I thought, why not revamp it, you know, make it better, make it much more. So, as always, we're going to leave the measurements right here, and just follow along, and let's make a macrame canvas together. Alright everyone, so I have my 1 foot, or 12 inch, little craft pole hanging on a sturdy surface, and I'm going to take my first of my 18 5-foot cords, and I'm going to make a Larkshead knot where the little nub is facing forward. So this guy will be facing forward. And we're going to go ahead and do that 17 more times. Alright, I have my 18 5-foot cords put onto my craft pole with a little Larkshead knot. Let me move it closer for you guys to see. And now all I'm going to do is make rows of square knots going all the way down. I'm going to make 18 rows. So let's do the first one. If you don't know how to make a square knot, you can head on over to my tutorial playlist. I do have a very in-depth video showcasing how to do that in other knots. So I'm just grabbing 4 cords at a time and making my square knots. The first row is going to be all the way at the top, hitting those nubs. And then I'll show you when we get to our second row how we're going to layer the rows of square knots. Alright, we have our first row done. Now we can start on our second. So I'm going to zoom you in just to kind of show you exactly where we're going to be going. Here we are. So we're going to be working with these 2 sets. We're going to take the first 2 cords, move them off to the side, grab the second 2, and then grab the next 2 right on the right side of it, and we're going to make another row of square knots. Go all the way to the top. And we're just going to keep going and make our second row. Now we have our second row of square knots done. Do a little close up. Now let's make our third row. So you're going to grab those 2 cords that you left off to the side when we made our second row, and you're going to make your third row of square knots. And you're going to want to make sure that your knots are meeting the very bottom of the previous one. See how they're all touching? You're going to want to keep doing that for each row. All right, so now we have our third row done. So we're just going to keep continuing our rows of square knots until we are 18 rows down. Make sure to do when you go for your fourth row, take away the 2 and take the next 4 cords and just keep doing that so there's like a little indent. And I'll meet you altogether 18 rows down to the bottom. Okay, we finally made it to the bottom. So now what we're going to do is make all of these into those little tassels that you saw. So you're going to take your 9 2-foot cords to do this. I'm going to move you in a little bit closer to this end. Okay, so now we're at the bottom and we're going to start to make those little tassels that you saw. We're going to make 9 of them in total, hence the 9 cords. I'm going to have you take your first 4 and you're going to secure them with a gathering knot. I have my first 2-foot cord, and again, I do have a gathering knot tutorial in my playlist if you want to check that out before coming here. And all together, you're going to make 5 wraps. Put it through the loop. Pull through, and then what I like to do is just to kind of shove it up a little bit, and then you can take your scissor and cut off this little piece. Save this for your scrap pile, and then you're going to go to the next 4 cords. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your second 2-foot long cord, make a gathering knot. Remember, we're going to make 5 loop arounds. So I'm just going to have you continue that down and to make 9 tassels all together. Remember, just do it with 4 of the cords, and I will see you at the end. Alright, so we are just about finished with our canvas. All we have to do is cut these tassels to length and then make a little hanging part of it. So you can make the tassels as long as you want depending on your canvas. For me, I'm going to go to the bottom and measure to about 5. Let me bring it down a little bit lower so you can see. So again, I'm at the bottom here, and I'm going to measure down 5 inches, mark it with my thumb. I'm just going to clip all that excess off. Of course, save the scrap that you can, and just go ahead and cut that same length all throughout. Now for our last part to finish off your canvas, we're going to take our 4-foot long 1mm cord and attach it to either end to finish this guy off. What I like to do is to make a little reverse Larkshead knot. You have the little nub there. And then I'm just gonna make a quick knot. And then I like to twirl it around to give it a little bit of texture, then just 2 lines. And then, you see that now? So much better. And now we're gonna go ahead and attach it to the other side. And all we're gonna do is just make a simple knot. Cut off the excess. And you have a little canvas. Alright everyone, well I really hope that you enjoyed learning how to make your own macrame canvas. And it's even cute on its own. Also, because you don't even have to add anything extra to this. But as always, thank you for watching. If you did like this video, go ahead and like it, subscribe, comment. Comment if you want to see anything else, anything new. But that's it. I will see you in the next one for the next Macarme Monday, and have the best day. Goodbye.